Hey everyone, if you want to help support the channel, the best way to do so is by hitting that like button. It really helps out with the algorithm, as well as leaving a comment in the comment section below. And if you haven't already done so, please go over and hit the subscribe button. That way you guys can stay up to date on all future content. And if you want more exclusive content that's for Storm Nation members only, click the join button. Pick one of the 3 tiers that best suits you and become a part of Storm Nation for exclusive content, videos, and live streams. Thank you all so much for your continuous support, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So that was a little much, but I haven't live streamed in a while, so I wanted to get everything out there. So,
and the fuck was I in that fucking little intro there? I seen Storms live, but I see Bigger Ford, this little, like in the corner or some shit. Nothing, no.
Hey, dude, look, I did this whole little display there, man. This whole little display I did.
Yeah, it's nice. I feel it. I feel it. I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
I did that with a massive headache too, so I was like, "All right, boom." So, but I messaged you last night. I'm like, "Send me a picture of you in the green screen so I can put you in the thumbnail," and I didn't get the picture, so I was like,
"No, it was too much work last night, bro." I was like, "I'm not doing it tonight. I'll do it."
Yeah, I know. Oh man, I am fucking tired. I got a headache. All right, so we're gonna talk about. I mean, the one thing. Okay, so there isn't gonna be any Storms live for a long time. I don't know when it's gonna happen. I like my job. I like my job schedule. I get the weekends off. I get the holidays off. So I don't know when there's gonna be Storms live. Maybe on a Friday or a Sunday. Maybe sometimes. But me and Anzo is gonna try to do these 2 o'clock streams during the day. You know, when I don't have my doctor's appointments and stuff. So we're gonna try to do that as much as we can. But until then, this is gonna be the substitute for Storms Live. Super chat coming in from Etiquette saying Ed in the house. Hey, what's up, Eddie?
Edward? Up, Ed?
Dude, I haven't seen Edward in forever, man. It took me a second. I didn't even realize that was him until I saw the Thomas Jane logo right there, the icon. I was like, oh, that's Edward. What's up, Edward? So I got 2 topics, and then we can talk about other random stuff. The one thing good about this show is me and Anzo, we pretty much are into everything. So sports, video games, movies, television, like it isn't like Storms Live where we're just dedicated to the nerd stuff. Like we can talk about everything on here. We can talk about video games, we can talk about sports. And I do want to point this out because I haven't had a chance to talk about this. And I know this isn't the main topics that I put up, but I do want to talk about John Madden passing away.
Yeah.
Let me fix this thing. I didn't even realize until earlier in the day, yesterday, that he passed away. When Undisputed and stuff were talking about him, I'm like, oh shit, John Madden passed away. And I don't know, man. I felt kind of bad. Like I wasn't sad, but I felt kind of bad. I was like, man, the dude was a football icon, man.
Absolutely.
You know? And then like Undisputed, like Shannon and them said, like there's a whole generation that just knows him for the video game guy. You know, which is sad. I known him for the commentator, right? I don't think I was born when he was coaching. I was born in '84, but yeah, I known him as the boom bam, you know.
Well, you must have known him as a coach because he coached Raiders. I knew him when he coached the Raiders, and if I'm not mistaken, he did coach Cowboys for a minute. So,
well, what year was that though? I was born in '84. I didn't get into football until like '91.
Okay, so yeah, maybe no.
So I was like what 8 or 9 when I got into football.
John, man, I'm gonna check his career because or his coaching. So I can find out which teams he coached for because I'm 100% sure he was the Cowboys coach at one year. All I see is Oakland.
Yeah, I think he was just Oakland. I don't think he ever coached Cowboys because it was Jimmy Johnson, the guy that took over for Jimmy Johnson. Then it was like Wade Phillips, Bill Parcells, Wade Phillips.
I'm probably thinking of Bill Parcells. That's why.
Yeah, you're thinking of Bill Parcells.
So his last coaching year was
88, right?
Says 78 here.
Yeah, so I definitely wasn't born yet.
Yeah, 78.
My first ever John Madden introduction was John Madden football on the Sega Genesis.
Right.
Like 93, like John Madden 93 football, dude. I remember like when we got 93 and then we got 94. I'm like, oh my god, these graphics were amazing. You go back and look at that shit now, it's not amazing, but back then that shit was legit. But yeah, that was the thing I known about John Madden, and of course his cameo in Little Giants. But other than that, yeah. But yeah, I was sad. I was sad to see it go, see him pass away. I didn't get the chance to see the documentary that he had.
Neither did I. I'm gonna look for it though because I definitely want to watch it. He was a great coach. He did a lot for football, and like Shannon Sharp said, he used to break football down to where the normies could understand it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And no other, like right now, I think in the business, I think Tony Romo is probably the best commentator, but even that, no one has that entertainment factor like John Madden had.
I agree.
You know, that's why I always say about YouTube. You know, I tell Danny all the time, I'm like, you got to be kind of animated. You got to be entertaining, you know, because when people are watching you, listen to you, they want you to act. You know, people are like, well, why do you always say chicks with dicks and all this stuff? I'm like, dude, it's just me being animated to try to get people to move,
laugh,
you know?
Yeah,
funny, just like John Madden's like, boom, bam, boom, then you swing over there, boom, like that's just his thing. You know, even Boomer, who does some of the I don't know if he does much of it anymore. Boomer, when he used to do Sports Center, he used to do some of the football games. And he would always make like the funny jokes. Like he was like almost like John Madden in that way. So yeah, so it's sad to see him go. So I guess we'll get to the main topics now. I got two main ones, and then we'll just talk about whatever. Oh my god, it's the kitty just went by. Kitty just went by. So the first one, I guess we just
frisky as fuck, bro.
You're gonna have to get her when she get old enough. You're gonna have to get her spaded, man.
Oh, I plan to.
You don't want no little kids running around. Spider-Man: No Way Home breaks $1 billion. First movie in 2 years to do so. So I mean, I really don't have a whole lot to say about this. I mean, I predicted it. I think a lot of people predicted it was going to be the first movie to make $1 billion.
I didn't think it was.
You didn't think it was?
Nah, I didn't think it was going to make $1 billion. But because of the pandemic, though. That's why, right? But I also was like, okay, even if it does break $1 billion, I was like, it's still not going to be the highest grossing movie of 2021 because I didn't think there was enough time between when it came out to the new year to break $1 billion, and that shit did it in a week.
In a week, man.
So I was like,
in a week, I was like, shit. I thought it was gonna break $1 billion. I didn't think it was gonna. I was like you. I didn't think it was gonna break $1 billion in a week. But when I started seeing those tickets being sold out and people selling them on eBay, I was like, oh, this is gonna sell pretty well. And then when I seen the Saturday show and I went and it was packed, I'm like, nah, people I know that don't even watch movies like that are watching it. She all over the place, man.
She just climbed up my back, bro.
I remember when Mitty used to do that and Pepsi used to do that.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I really did not think that it was going to. I mean, I said if it did, it would be in the new year. But hey, man, it broke records. It did good. And then Matrix flopped. So.
Well, dude, so I haven't seen The Matrix, and from what everybody is telling me, I don't want to watch The Matrix.
Yeah, it's garbage. Bro.
Like I heard it was awful, but everything that came out on HBO Max, other than Kong vs. Godzilla, bombed.
Didn't do good. I know, right?
And Kong vs. Godzilla did good overseas.
Yeah.
So everything else that they put on HBO Max all bombed because why go see it in theaters when you can watch it on HBO Max?
And Spider-Man did it without China.
Yeah. Dude, when all said and done, do you know Spider-Man probably is going to outgross Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and Eternals combined?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I think if we weren't in a pandemic, it would probably make fucking Endgame numbers.
Yeah, I have a feeling so too. Yeah, if it wasn't for a pandemic, I think so too. People that I've talked to at work that don't even watch those type of movies are going to see the movies.
Yeah,
are going to see it. So then we get to our next topic. Then we can just shoot the breeze. Next topic, I can't wait to talk about this. The book of Boba Meh.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
So some people might get pissed about that. I don't care. I seen people like I wake up in the morning and Danny's like, "Did you see it yet?" I'm like, "Fuck, man. Let me get up and watch this shit, man." So I watched it. I was like, it was all right. You know, that's where it was all right. And he texts me back. He's like, "Did you watch it yet? What'd you think?" I wrote, "It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing special."
No,
And then
no,
he
no.
wrote, "What?" in capital letters. And then he's like, "I thought it was great." I was like, "Well, I'm glad you." I told him my exact message was, "I'm glad you liked it."
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't think it was great at all. To me, and I was telling Andre this last night, we have gotten so much bad Star Wars lately that the most mediocre shit people lose their mind over.
No, stay after. I agree 100%. And I was just like you. He messaged me and he's like, "What'd you think of Book of Boba?" And I was like, "Man, it was meh." And he was like, "Damn, you're the like third person to tell me that." And I'm like, "Yeah, because it wasn't great. Like it wasn't fire. Like it was a good start." I say it all
Yeah,
the time. I'm like, it's a good start. Hopefully it gets better. But this episode didn't really like the first episodes of shows are supposed to grab you to where you're like, holy shit, I gotta see more. Right? Mando did it.
yep,
Even though I thought the first episode Mando was meh, when it came to the reveal at the end with the baby Yoda, I think that's where people were like, oh, and was grabbed by it. It just
yeah.
didn't do that for me. It didn't have anything that grabbed me.
Yeah, exactly. It felt like a continuation from what we saw from the last season of Mandalorian, and it was just like him walking around getting his ass beat, trying to be the new head of Tatooine or whatever, and then we get him flashbacks of all kinds of shit. I didn't think it was anything special. There was nothing in it that I walked away from that episode going, man, I can't wait for episode 2. This
Right.
shit gonna be legit. I'm just like, well, next Wednesday, if I'm not doing nothing, I'll watch it.
Right. And even for me, I was like, okay, some good stuff in it. Music sucked. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it did.
Like I don't understand. Like we were talking, it's like, where's the good Star Wars music? You know what I mean? Like George Lucas's Star Wars, regardless of what you want to say about the prequels or whatever, the music is always on point. Like
Yep.
there was never music in any of his movies where like, I didn't like that. But the sequel trilogies, their music is this doesn't sound like Star Wars music,
Yeah.
you know? And that's what I felt about this
And that
episode too.
and I said that in my review. I was like, what does Lucasfilm have against lightsabers and Star Wars music? You
Yeah.
own both, but you refuse
Mm-hmm.
to use it. Like
Mm-hmm.
when they got rid of the Star Wars music from Mandalorian, I was like, okay, fine. A couple
Mm-hmm.
of the themes for Mandalorian was really, really good, but what was some of the best music when Luke showed up and
Right.
Ahsoka showed up?
Right.
Because they used classic Star Wars music
Yeah.
in
Mm-hmm.
those scenes, right? Like you can't have the atmosphere of something to feel like even Star Trek. Star Trek has had like almost 20 movies by now, 5 or 7 different shows. You know what stays the same?
The
The
music.
Star Trek
Yeah.
music. It's
Mm-hmm.
played differently,
Mm-hmm.
but they still play it. It still has the melody. You watch Star Trek Discovery, and boom, as soon as you hear that intro, you know it's Star Trek before
Mm-hmm.
you even see the fucking ship. It's like Star Wars, like, why is fucking Boba Fett? And another thing that really bothers me about that episode, and I don't know why no one brought this up, why was there a fucking stormtrooper in the Sarlacc pit with Boba Fett? There was no stormtroopers on Jabba's thing when Luke was cutting everybody down. That was all Jabba's henchmen.
You're right, because we talked about that on my show last night. We did a little roundtable on it, and someone was saying, "Yeah, stormtroopers were there." But now that I'm thinking of, no, there were no
Go
stormtroopers.
back and watch that scene. No stormtroopers were there because the
Yeah,
Empire had nothing to do with Jabba.
that's
It,
true.
it was
Mm-hmm.
Jabba and all of his bounty hunters and stuff. There was no stormtroopers there at
And,
all.
and those guards that what are they called? The green ones, the guards
The
from
Gamorrean
yeah,
guards.
they looked horrible in this show.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
like the way they looked at all. I also found the parkour stuff really weird. You know what I mean? That was really weird.
What stuff?
The parkour stuff.
Oh.
They're running and flipping over the rooftops and doing all that parkour stuff. I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like they were ninjas to me. I'm like, where did the ninjas come from? We got ninjas in Star Wars now? Okay, I guess.
Sean threw in a $5 super chat. Wasn't his escape from the Sarlacc pit like 30 years ago? Why did he have him look the same? Well, no, so that's where you're wrong. You're wrong on that one. Mandalorian takes place like a year after Return of the Jedi. Boba Fett escaped a couple days, if not the same day
as the fight.
As the fight. When he left, that you can tell Jabba's palace was still, or his floating thing was still there. Boba escaped right there, like a few hours later, and he wandered on Tatooine for months until we get to the events of Mandalorian. Mandalorian season 1 takes place like a year and a half after Return of the Jedi. It might be 3 years, but it's within that time frame. So he's gonna look the same. I mean, Boba Fett was already old anyway. He was a damn kid in Attack of the Clones, so he was already going to be older anyway. And this takes place like 3 years after Return of the Jedi. So no, Force Awakens takes place 30 years after the Sarlacc pit. This is taking place 25 years before the Force Awakens even comes out. That's why Luke was so young in the season finale of Mandalorian.
Right. So, I also don't think it was a few hours. It might have been a week or so, right? Because you could tell he's out of air, right? He's running out of air. So it's probably, maybe not even a week, maybe a few days.
Yeah, I think it was within the week. Within
the week, yeah, exactly, right. But
and I'm like I was nitpicking that shit so much. I know so many people like that scene. I was like, man, what about all those sharp teeth and shit, man? Like wouldn't he be like cut up a little bit or something? I'm like, where the fuck did he just randomly eat a stormtrooper somewhere? Like, where the fuck did the stormtrooper come from? Like it was so empty. Like that Sarlacc pit ate so many motherfucking people. Right, so many people fell down that fucking pit, and we see a stormtrooper that wasn't even there. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. You're right. There is no Star Trooper in there. So, what else was it that? You see, Boba Fett is fighting, right? And all these guys come out with a shield, and Boba Fett launches his rocket like point blank range at the shield. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, you're right there in front of these guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what did you think was gonna happen? But yeah, I mean, for me, like I said, there were some good things about it. I loved the way that creature looked at the end. That Goro-looking creature. I really liked that creature.
Yeah.
But then we get Boba Fett getting his ass kicked through the whole series. And then at the end, he's able to take out a creature that's fucking bigger than anything else we've almost seen in Star Wars,
But even then, when I saw that creature, I admit it looked cool. But all I felt was, this was a rehash of season 1 of Mandalorian when he took out that big rhino thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, are we just rehashing shit at this point?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It felt like that's what it feels like. It's like, well, what worked for Mandalorian? All right, let's do this. And I'm like, man, they got to do something, bro. Like, you got Boba motherfucking Fett, bro. Like, why is he so hell-bent on staying on Tatooine and running Tatooine? This dude went from planet to planet, finding bounties and fucking people up. Why does he want to stay on Tatooine? It makes no sense.
Well, I agree.
Like you have all these great bounty hunters from Empire Strikes Back, right? Like the one robot droid, Boss, that lizard motherfucker, right? You have all these why don't he go do that? Why don't you dive into his heritage and because he's having flashbacks to Kamino. Like, go back to Kamino. I know Kamino's probably destroyed. I believe the Empire destroyed it or whatnot.
They did in Bad Batch.
Yeah, but do something. Don't stay on Tatooine. It's like there's nothing to do on Tatooine.
They want to make it like a Godfather type of thing, I guess. That's where they're going with it. But I'm like you. Like, I want to see Boba be a badass that he is. You know what I mean? And so far, he's like beta Boba Fett. People are calling him beta Boba Fett, and I agree with it.
Yeah. What he should be doing, he's, first of all, turning him good is dumb.
Yeah,
And secondly, what they should be doing, since the Mandalorian people do not have a leader right now, his ass should be taking out Mando for that. It should be a conflict between those two where they have respect for each other, but look, they're going to take each other out for the leadership role. Or maybe have Boba Fett hunt down Bo-Katan, because in season 2 of Mandalorian, Bo-Katan's like, he's not a real bounty, or he's not a real Mandalorian, I'm a foundling. You know, they were always battling. Like, go against the Mandalorians to try to take over the leadership role of them instead of dealing with fucking dust. Like, even Han Solo was like, man, there ain't much to see around here. And Luke's like, yeah, I know, I was born. Like, no one cares about Tatooine. It's I don't know, man. I feel like Lucasfilm thinks they know what fans want, but they don't really know what fans want.
I agree. We want lightsabers. We want Obi. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go ahead. Can you imagine Boba Fett with that Darksaber, bro?
Yeah.
But no, they're gonna give the Darksaber to fucking Mando, a character that they just established 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was could be better. Hopefully it gets better, you know, but it definitely wasn't fire. Like, this episode wasn't fire. It wasn't like, oh my God, this is the best thing Star Wars has created. No, it wasn't. It was good. It was okay.
Yeah.
It was meh.
I didn't hate it. I believe you said it was like a 5.5. I'm like, yeah, that's about right. 5.5 or 6. 6 would be my highest.
Right.
But yeah, it didn't grab me. You know, I don't know, man. I'm gonna check and see who produced this show.
Wasn't it Rodriguez?
He directed it.
He directed it. Yeah.
Yeah, he directed this, but I'm trying to see if Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau.
Oh, I guarantee they have something to do with it.
Yeah, I guarantee you, Dave Filoni at least does.
Right.
IMDb. I just want good Star Wars, man. That's all I want. I just want good Star Wars.
Me too. And like I said, I'm not gonna be sitting here saying, "Oh my God, this is trash," and this and that. I'll wait and see what happens during, you know, few episodes or whatever. But if it doesn't get better, like for me, the flashback was cool, but I don't want a whole series where they're doing flashbacks all the time of his time with the Tusken Raiders. I don't care. You know what I mean? We got that. We know what happened to him after that. Let's move forward, right?
They so according to IMDb, Jon Favreau wrote this episode.
Okay.
And it says George Lucas, but then it says based on Star Wars characters by George Lucas.
Yeah,
you know what they need to do? You know what? If they want to get Star Wars fans back in, right? What they need to do is they need to go up to George Lucas's house and be like, hey, would you like to do your own Disney Plus series? We're not going to interfere. You do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be canon. You can just do whatever you want. Dude, that would sell so well for Disney Plus.
And we'd probably get good fucking Star Wars music.
What I would like them to do, there's no way in hell they would ever do it, was do your episodes 7, 8, and 9 on Disney Plus in series form, and it'll be like that was all erased. Bring Mark Hamill back. I mean, you can't bring Carrie Fisher back, of course, but either they do that or give him his own series, because George Lucas can do his own series. They have John Williams music, lightsabers, everything, man. It's just
I agree. You know what I mean?
I don't understand what's the harm of bringing him back for. Like, I understand if you don't want him to do with the movies because you bought the movies, you don't want him to interfere with the movies. I understand all that, but doing a Disney Plus series isn't gonna hurt. You got fucking Robert Rodriguez directed a fucking episode. Why can't George Lucas come back and do something?
The question is, though, would George Lucas want to do it though?
As long as he has full creative control, I bet you he probably would.
Yeah, I think he probably would too, especially because he's sitting around watching these things and being like, they really did that? Like, oh my God, this.
From what I heard, and this is just from what I read, the only Star Wars thing that they've done that he's liked was Rogue One, because he said it was the closest to his stories. He hated the sequel trilogy. I don't know. I don't know how he feels about Mandalorian. I know he showed up a lot on set, but that's also because he's friends with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. So I'm pretty sure he's fine with Mandalorian, but he hates all those fucking movies.
100%. 100%. There's no doubt in my mind he does. He called Disney white slave owners. Just remember that. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's definitely not happy with what they're doing. And I agree with you 100%. Let him do his treatments. Let him do his Star Wars stories, you know?
Yeah. Fucking the JoJo man says Anzo's kitten is cool as fuck.
Yeah, thanks, man.
That cat climbing on that couch like he's Nathan Drake, man.
She climbs every fucking thing, bro. Yeah. Everything she's climbing. My leg, my back, the couch.
She'll get past that stage.
Yeah,
man.
I know. Biting.
The one good thing about a cat and not a dog though is they don't chew everything.
Right.
They'll claw shit, but if you go buy spray, they'll spray it. They won't mess with it no more.
Yeah, I agree.
So, man, you got any plans for New Year's?
Drinking.
Me too.
You know what I mean? That's about it. Drinking and Cobra Kai.
Yeah, I'm. When I get home from work tonight, I gotta pack because I'm going away for the weekend.
Oh, where are you going?
It's called. Oh, well, I don't want to say it on here, but it's a resort that I'm going to. They got jacuzzi, like pool. They got 2 tiki bars. Like so. I'm like, all right, man. I booked it. My ass is going. Me and her's going. We're gonna chill, drink a lot. So I'm good, man. I'm good.
Good.
One thing good about not working at the hell. You want to talk about white slave owners? Talk about fucking Walmart. I actually get holidays and weekends off. Got me a nice 3-day weekend, so that's good. How the fuck we got 35 people watching, only 16 likes? Only 16 likes.
Yeah, come on, guys, hit that like button. You know, get those likes up. Helps out with the algorithm.
Yeah, it does. I got $100 worth of Xbox points for Christmas, and I have no idea what the fuck I'm gonna buy on the Xbox store.
I'm pretty sure you'll find something.
But here's the thing, because everything I play is on Game Pass.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't want to drop like $20-$30 on a digital game, and then next month it's on Game Pass for free, and I'm like, well, fuck, I just wasted that money.
Very true. Very true. But it depends on what game you buy, right? Because certain games, like I play. God, stay off my keyboard. Thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to work.
Yeah, like NBA is never going to be on Game
Pass. Madden will never be on there.
Well, so Madden will with the
EA Sports. Yeah,
but it's a year later.
A year later, yeah. Exactly. So with a year later,
Call of Duty won't be on there. So yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you can find something.
I've been playing a lot of the PlayStation though.
Oh yeah, you're playing the Miles Morales?
Yeah, I think I'm almost done with it. I'm not doing all the extra shit like going around to the city doing the
I did all of it. I finished 100% of the game.
I did that with the Spider-Man game, and I'm like, well, dude, right now I got like 10 games I have to play. I'm like, I'm not sitting there going through because I still got Kenna. I'm playing on my PC. I got Tales of Arise. I finished Halo. I got Metroid Dread. Like, man, I got too much shit, man. GameStop. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, what were you gonna say?
GameStop was running a sale, buy 2 get 1 free. So I ended up buying 6 games for $40.
Oh, not bad.
All PlayStation exclusive. I'm gonna use the PlayStation just for my exclusive machine. My Xbox is gonna be for the third party and other stuff.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. I personally not really sure there's any games that I want to buy right now. But if something comes out that I want to buy, I'll definitely pick it up. But I don't know, man. I'm waiting for like when they start using the next gen power. You know what I mean? That's what I really want.
Well, here's the thing, and so I follow this podcast called Spawncast. They do it every Saturday, and they brought up a really good point because they brought up the Matrix demo, and they said, well, the Matrix demo proves that we're never going to get those type of games until they stop producing for PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
Because right now, Sony and Microsoft are trying to make every new game compatible on the PS4.
Both systems,
yeah. So and you can't do that. You can't. We're never gonna get that next evolution of game, like the new God of War game, the new Horizon game. That's gonna be on PS4 too. So how like when we get it on the PS5, it's gonna be higher resolution, higher frame rate, but we're never gonna get that Matrix type game unless they just say, okay, we're done with the last generation.
Yeah. Which they won't be done with the next generation for a minute because people still can barely get their hands on the new gens. You know what I mean?
Like I got lucky on my PS5, bro. Massively lucky.
Well, when I went Boxing Day to do shopping, get my gifts and stuff, Christmas gifts, someone was there. They had PS5. Someone bought one. So right in front of my face. Yeah, right in front of my face. They bought the PS5. So I don't know how many they had, but they had some in stock at that moment.
I know that a lot of people are getting the Xbox Series S because they're you can find them in stores pretty easily. So a lot of people are getting those. But I don't know. I got lucky my PS4. I'm enjoying it. I was playing Miles Morales on 4K and 30 frames per second. I'm like, switch that bitch to 60 frames. Oh my god, it's so much better. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm glad I got my Xbox X and my PlayStation 5, but I wouldn't buy the S because the S is like I was watching a video and it's like just a step above the X.
The X, it's just a step above the Xbox One X.
Yeah,
and it was just like, and it's all digital, so it's like, why I don't need it. I got my Series X, so I don't need that. So and it can't
God have mercy.
She's all over the place, bro. She is all over the place.
It's something with the computer, man. Something with the screen or whatever. She keeps trying to jump on it, but yeah, go play. But yeah, there's a few games. Oh, the Gotham Knight game. Is it Gotham Knight? No. The Suicide Squad one. The Suicide Squad versus game. Superman. That I'm looking forward to. But again, it's like you said, because they're coming out with the previous gen systems, you're not going to get that real feel to what these systems can do, at least for another 2 years.
Give me 1 second, Anjo.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Is Arcane worth watching? One of my boys likes it. Jojo, man. One of my boys likes it. Me personally, I thought it was a little bit boring.
The games I just told you I ordered from GameStop just got delivered.
Oh, shit. Nice. Which games did you get?
But they were all PS4 games. I bought, one of them was Xbox. I bought Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last of Us Remastered, Uncharted 4, Uncharted Collection, Bloodborne, and then the only Xbox game was Cyberpunk.
You bought Cyberpunk?
It was $10, bro, and it was buy two get one free, so I got it for free. And I heard the best version is on Xbox Series X. So I was like, well, okay, if I have an Xbox Series X, I'll just throw that in there. I'm like, $10, really? I mean,
there's a few people that say they like it, so
yeah, geeky guy, but I mean, he's suspect most of the time.
Shit, I'm surprised he ain't in here. Where is geeky guy?
I don't know. He might be jacking off somewhere.
Yeah, go ahead. What have you been doing for Storms Nation, though?
I did it, dude. Working the schedule, I totally lose track of my time. So Tuesday, I was sleeping, and Geeky Guy kept blowing up my phone. You doing Storm Nation tonight? You doing Storm Nation today? I'm like, bro, no. I put it back up, and he kept blowing up my phone. I'm like, fine, I'll do it. So I set up the computer around 3:00, and then I did a Storm Nation stream during the day.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just like, damn, bro. Brother tired, man. He worked all night. Get a brother sleep.
I know, bro. Trust me. It ain't easy when you're doing them late night shifts, man, and then gotta wake up and do a stream and shit. Like, come on now.
Yeah, it doesn't help either, man, because right now I constantly have to 3 times a week I have to go to my doctor's appointment for my neck and shit. So it's like that takes like a good 2 hours of my day. So if I don't get up until 12, and I gotta be there at 1, I don't get home until like 3 or 4, and then I gotta leave for work at 5:30. So it's like, when the hell do I have time to do any of that stuff?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, brother.
Dude, I tell you, everybody right now, man, my revenue on YouTube went woo. Ever since I stopped doing Storms Live, man, lost tons of money on YouTube.
For sure. And I was reading somewhere that December is a big time for, super chat and making money on YouTube, but
hell no,
not for me.
Hell no, dude. Like we be streaming during the day. Like right now, I got 2 super chats for $7. The last time I did a live stream during the day, I think I made like $4. It's just right. But yeah, that's one. It was either I was gonna message you last night to see if you wanted to stream when I got home, but I ended up staying late and I didn't get home till like 4:30. So I was like, nah, my ass going to bed.
Yeah, and I think I did a stream last night too, which I ended around 3, I think.
Yeah, I know if I would have stayed up and streamed and I wouldn't get to bed like 5, man, that's gonna I don't want a bad sleeping habit, man. I see how you're suffering from it. I'm like, I don't want that. Nope. I can't do that, man, because once you get into that, it's really hard to break.
To get out. Yeah, I'm having a hard time getting out of that. So trying, but it's hard. So you don't want to even start, because we used to do that a lot when we first started.
Yeah,
5 o'clock in the morning, do like fucking 4-hour fucking Storms Live, and
yeah. There was times I wouldn't go to bed like 6 in the morning.
Yeah,
and then I would sleep till like 2, 3, get up, go to work, and I mean, I was making mad money back then, bro. It was great.
It was good. It was, but you can't do that forever. You know what I mean?
Nah. Can't do that forever, man. So I guess we go ahead and put the 10-minute warning in, man. I don't want to go a whole hour if there's not really much to talk about. What's up, Walter?
That reminds me. I think we never talked about that. The new Batman trailer.
Oh yeah, what did you think of it? I thought it was okay.
I loved it. I thought it was good, man.
Dude, I have a feeling this is gonna be one of the best Batman movies, man.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be better than Christian Bale.
Oh, I think so too. And I think they're doing a bait and switch, man. I think the stuff we see in the trailers isn't what the actual plot of the movie is gonna be.
Really?
Yeah, because I've been following other people's channels and listening to what they're saying, and I've seen a couple people mention this. Every time that the Riddler is talking to Bruce, he's like, "You're part of this. Your family's a part of this," and all this stuff. I really think that this is going to lead up into the Court of Owls.
I heard that too. A lot of people are saying that. Yeah,
I really, really do.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that.
I'm not saying the Court of Owls is going to be the main plot, but I really think that, because sort of like you go back to look at the first Christian Bale movie, it looked like, oh, he's gonna fight Scarecrow, and then it was like the whole League of Shadows and stuff like that. I really feel like, okay, well, this is what we're gonna show you. We're not gonna spoil the Court of Owls stuff, but I really think that the Riddler is gonna be like a conduit into the Court of Owls storyline. Somehow the Riddler figured out what the Waynes did and all that stuff. Dude, what's her name as Catwoman looks good,
Facts.
Bro. Good.
Facts. I was 100% facts. I'm like, yeah, she looking good. I think she can rival Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, she's looking really good, man. And sometimes she's like a hit and miss for me. Like I didn't like her in what was it? First Class, X-Men First Class. I just felt like she didn't have a whole lot to do. But sometimes she looks really good, and sometimes she just looks like, I don't know, like she has that weird face sometimes where she just like has no emotion. But she looked good in this fucking trailer. Like the way she moved, the way she looked, she looked really fucking good.
And he's like, don't jump, you're gonna die or something. He's like, I got 9 lives.
Yeah.
Or she say, don't throw away your life like that. And he's like, she's like, I got 9. But yeah, she looked good.
Colin Farrell, bro, he doesn't even look like Colin Farrell as Penguin.
Right.
Doesn't look anything like him.
Exactly.
Like, shit. Yeah.
A lot of people. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say a lot of people are complaining about the Riddler's look, But I'm like, I'm okay with it because we may get him looking the way he's supposed to towards the end of the movie, right? So we
But
don't know
I don't want him to look like that though. I like the way he looks.
in the
I
movie.
like yeah, I like it, man. It's different. I don't want to see no fucking Jim Carrey spandex question marks all over the place or a hat. Dude, this movie's the way they're filming this movie, it's filming like it's sort of like Christopher Nolan's trilogy. It's Bane wasn't a fucking a wrestler. You know, he wasn't a luchador. He took a guy who was a terrorist and made him. He bases it in reality. You're not gonna have some dude going around with a question mark. Riddle me this. You know, no. He's making him a sadistic, like serial killer type guy. I love the way he looks.
Well,
like
you see, that might be my problem. If it's Nolan-esque type of thing, I may be like, because I feel about those Nolan movies.
Well, I think Nolan-esque only in the sense that it's based off a sense of realism.
Right.
That's but like I don't think it's because I love Matt Reeves. I actually think Matt Reeves is a better director than Christopher Nolan. And you go back and look at the Planet of the Apes movies that Matt Reeves did. He took 8 movies and based it in a world of realism. You know?
Yeah.
So he's doing the same thing. You can't like if you want that Gotham Joker or Riddler and you want that Jim Carrey Riddler, then go back and watch those shows in that movie because that's not what they're gonna do in here. So and people complaining about it. I don't see the point of complaining about it. You can't have something based on realism, then someone dressed all in bright green with question marks all over.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm hoping it's good. I just had a me. I wasn't a big fan of those Nolan movies, right? So
either am I.
I'm just hoping it's maybe based in realism, but we still get more comic book stuff to it. I think the Nolan movies lacked comic book elements in them, and that was one of the issues that I had with those movies.
Yeah, the Nolan movies were more like just a crime series with Batman and characters in it. But I think Matt Reeves is going to put more elements in there. That's why I think the Court of Owls and stuff is in there. Because you look at this, right? Christopher Nolan, all he did was put Ra's al Ghul, Scarecrow, Joker, and Bane. That was it. Well, he had Catwoman in it one thing, right? And that was out of 3 fucking movies. Right. This is one movie, and he already has Catwoman, Penguin, Riddler, and this is all just the first movie.
Yeah.
So and if he puts Court of Owls shit in there, that's even more. So I think he's really going in and doing his stuff. Now the Riddler that Danny likes and everybody else likes, I think that Riddler could exist in the Ben Affleck type movie. Because they already established that. Matt Reeves is doing something completely different.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I'm excited for it. I like the trailer. I still think the very first trailer was the best. The one where he's like, "Who are you?" And he just beats the shit out of him. He's like, "I'm vengeance." I still think that is the best trailer. That was just like, oh my fucking God.
But in this one, man, when they're showing walking and the bullets are bouncing off,
dude, that was awesome.
That was sick, though.
And he was like beating our asses in beat with the gun,
right?
Like, bah, bah, bah. It felt like the Daredevil hallway scene, or the Darth Vader hallway. Everybody gets a hallway scene now. Ever since Daredevil did it, everybody gets a hallway scene
for real.
But it was really, really good. And people be bashing Robert Pattinson. I'm like, guys, give this man a shot.
I don't bash him anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not bashing him. From the first trailer, I'm not bashing him anymore. I'm going to give him a fair shake. And from what I've seen, I already like him better than Christian Bale.
Yeah. Christian Bale, I hated Christian Bale's Batman. Christian Bale's Batman.
I love this Bruce Wayne.
I thought his Bruce Wayne was okay.
Yeah, I can get that. But his Batman,
No, he was awful as Batman. They should have just had someone else play Batman. I never understood that. They're in a mask, right? Why do you have to have the same guy play both characters? So just put someone else in the fucking mask. Jesus. But yeah, he was awful as Batman. And I meant to bring this part up about the Court of Owls. Another reason why I think Court of Owls is in there. In the trailer, Bruce starts jumping on Alfred, going, "Why'd you lie to me? You lied to me all my life," and all this stuff. So because Alfred knew about a lot of that stuff with the Waynes and Court of Owls. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be heavily involved in that one.
I think Andy Serkis is he looks like he's gonna be a great Alfred.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm impressed. I'm watching these trailers. I'm impressed. I'm like, hey man, do you think it makes $1 billion though?
Man, I don't know, dude. With DC movies, it's so hard to judge because the only one to ever do it was Joker and Aquaman.
Mm-hmm.
And Joker is because they marketed not as a comic book movie, and Aquaman because you got all those thirsty bitches out there.
Yeah.
Fuck. Hold on. What's the release date on it? Let me check the release date.
I was saying maybe 800 to 900 million. You know what I mean?
If someone had a gun to my head right now and said I had to say yes or no, I would say no.
Mm-hmm.
But just because this is a much, much darker movie, I don't see a lot of parents bringing their young kids to see it. I don't know, man. It just with Spider-Man, first of all, Spider-Man was the first movie to do it in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that was because they had it like, and I still say because YouTubers were paid to market that movie with leaks and stuff to get the word of mouth going. And I just feel like it was the Avengers for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But every other movie, even Marvel movies, didn't even make like 600 million. So I don't see Batman doing $1 billion. I don't. Even if it's really good, I think it'll probably make 800. Yeah, I think that's about right.
Mm-hmm. Plus, isn't HBO Max doing the 40? Doing the 45 days, right?
Yeah, they're gonna do like
Disney that
Disney
might
Plus
hurt
does.
it too.
Yeah, they're doing a Disney Plus thing, so they're putting it on 45 days. So
is Spider-Man going to be in is the 45-day thing? I don't think so.
No, because that's Sony, not Disney.
Oh, right.
That's why we don't have Homecoming or Far From Home on Disney Plus.
I got you. What about Eternals? Because Eternals isn't on there yet, and it's been 45 days.
It should be the next one on there because they just put Shang-Chi on there a little while ago.
And when did Eternals come out? Because it's been past 45 days, no?
I do not know. I thought someone said January Eternals was coming out because Eternals came out in November.
November? Oh.
Yeah.
Did it? Yeah. Seems longer than that. I don't know. It seems like it's been up so much longer than that.
No, I agree with you. It does feel a lot longer than that. But yeah, it came out like November 19th or some shit like that.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Dude, my whole fucking computer froze.
No, it's all good. You're still moving around fine. Yeah, I mean, if it's good, right? If that first week people have a great word of mouth, then maybe it can do it. But I think Batman needs the help of China to get over that $1 billion mark. I think it's going to really need China.
China not taking in a lot of these movies is really hurting the box office for a lot of these movies.
Some of them, yeah.
China really fucked up. Like Shang-Chi, China fucked Shang-Chi up.
Mm-hmm. Because I think Shang-Chi was one of those movies that they literally tried to cater to get it in China. Dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't get it twisted. Shang-Chi wasn't for people like me or you.
Right.
Shang-Chi was made for China.
Yeah.
And China's like, fuck you. We don't like that movie. If 5 years ago when they came up with the idea to do Shang-Chi, I guarantee you Marvel.
Whoa. Hey, it's me all alone. You know what happens? Rob tries to talk some shit on the platform and they're like, nah, sorry. Click, cut him off. Walter says Spider-Man don't need you. There we go.
But yeah, when they were coming up with the idea for Shang-Chi, it was Kevin Feige and Marvel going, we need to do Black Panther for China.
Yeah, hands down. Just like Black Widow was Black Panther for women.
For women, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
They if they would have known 10 or maybe not 10 years ago, 4 years ago, I assume that's when they were coming up with the thing for this movie. If they would have known 4 years ago, hey, China's not going to do it, well, let's not just do this movie then.
Mm-hmm. Or they would have done it, but they would have done it differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you watch that whole last scene and it's all kind of, Chinese inspired and Asian inspired stuff. You got the kaiju and all that stuff because they know China loves those kind of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it would have been definitely at least a different movie if they weren't catering to China.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that one. Agree with you 100%.
But like I was telling MSK though, he's like, because we're talking about, these movies need China to make $1 billion. And I'm like, no, they don't. Even though it's rare that it has been done without China, it's still been done. You know what I mean? So all you need to do is make sure you get that script and everything on point. If you can make it on point, then you can get $1 billion. No one expected Joker to make $1 billion.
Yeah, what was Joker? Joker wasn't released in China, was he?
No.
Yeah.
No, nobody expected Joker to make $1 billion. And that shit flew up there, boom, $1 billion. So
Warner Brothers didn't even expect it. Warner Brothers, the reason why Joker was done the way it was because Warner Brothers had no faith in the movie. They're like, here's like $60 million, go make your little movie. And then it shocked everybody.
100%. 100%. So yeah, I think they could definitely do it without China. China does help. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah.
China does help, and a lot of these movies that wouldn't make $1 billion do make $1 billion because of China. But I also say that if you're on point, man, you can get American and other international countries to get it to $1 billion without China.
Yeah, for real. I agree with you there. So with that said, I'm gonna wrap it up. We're about to hit the hour mark. I gotta go get ready for work and do all that shit. But I appreciate you coming on, man. I appreciate you coming on.
No, not a problem. It was fun.
Yeah, I haven't done it in a while. It was great. We just need to get more people watching and more people interacting. Also, guys, I have the link to Anzo's YouTube channel in the description box below. So go check it out. Big Ford Entertainment. I mean, we got it plastered pretty much everywhere on the screen here. I got it here. I got it on top. Anzo's got it above his head. Like it's there, guys. It's marketable.
Because I'm using OBS. But hey, Rob, just to let you know, I found this dude on YouTube. Where all his videos are about how to set up OBS certain ways.
Really?
Yeah, really good. I'm gonna go and try and see if I can do a little different setup. The only thing that I haven't noticed, because I just watched him, I don't know if he shows where you can get like the overlays and stuff like that, but he'll show you how to set up your sounds, how to everything. And he does it in a way where, okay, so you know how you create your scenes, right? And you have the main scene and then you have the sub scene where you have everything on that.
Yeah.
He does it where he does main scenes, but your main scenes have everything in it that the sub scene would have.
Oh, really?
So when you move the scene, you're moving everything and not just, it's really good. Yeah, the way he does it.
You got to send me a link to his stuff.
I will.
I like to use OBS on here, but it seems like every time I do, my voice don't match up. Oh, hold on a second. I'm going to try it right now. Give me a second. I'm going to shut off.
Because he'll show you that. Like he has one video where it's how to fix your audio, how to fix your sound, how to fix your screen and everything.
So I'm on my webcam right now, man. My webcam looks better than my actual camera. What the hell?
Yeah, sometimes I use OBS and I find my camera looks a lot crisper with OBS than it does with just regular StreamYard. Because I'm using my OBS
StreamYard
right
makes it look awful, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, virtual camera. Okay. So here's my virtual camera. Let me go ahead and switch my cam. OBS virtual camera. Oh, what the hell happened?
Came on, but popped off.
What the hell happened? What happened?
I have no idea. You just have the virtual camera thing up there. See, I like using OBS. I do. So, am I talking about? Yes. I think that is him.
All right. So I don't know if my voice is matching though. That's the thing. This is the OBS, which I like OBS because I can do all kinds of stupid shit like this.
Right. Right.
But yeah.
And Brittany asked if it's Michael Fryer Jr. Yeah, it is him, Brittany. Yeah, Michael Fryer Jr. Like everything, like that's all he does on his channels. OBS setups. Really good. You learn a lot.
Yeah, send me the link and I'll check it out.
I will.
All right, guys. So with that said, I do have to go because I have to go take a shower and get ready for work. Later, guys. Follow Onzo. Link in the description box below. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Peace.